All right, hello, welcome, and good evening, traders. Hey, it is December 4th, 2025. Coming to you with a little update on the account, and I want to share a couple trades that I did today using the 112 strategy on stocks. Now, normally, you know that I use the 112 strategy on ES futures, been one of my main strategies for many, 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 many years now. Been a great strategy, extremely profitable strategy over the years. Led to an over 80% return in 2022. Last year, we had a few losses in August, but then rallied the end of the year. And then this year, we're at new highs in the account for the year today as well. And it's the number one most profitable strategy that I have. All right. So that being said, that's been the 112 that using ES futures. But I also use that as a spec trade using a 60-day version of that in both ES, in oil, which is CL futures, and in gold futures as well. And then I have a couple different variations that I call either the BA, the FB, 112, a lot of different names in there, but I kind of either stretch them out or make the traps thicker or longer, wide, or whatever you may have, depending on the market environment. So I like to use it and call it the Swiss Army knife of trading. Well, in today's session, I'm going to show you how I'm also using this in stock on a very short-term swing trade type of a basis, which gives us a pretty good trade that I really like to put on somewhere between that 14, 17 DTE range. You could go a little bit longer if you want. Again, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. So before I jump into that, we'll jump into the account. We'll talk about that a bit. I want to make sure that you know that, again, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. You got to make your own decisions, be smart about what you do, and understand what's happening. And before I get into it, I also want to make sure that you are aware that we still have a few slots open for you to join up into the Income Navigator service. We're giving you 40% off the first month of trading, which will put it around $89.40, I think, something like that. For the first 30 days, you're going to get live trade alerts, multiple trade alerts a day. You've got a live trade room that we spend an hour or two at times in there, at least 4 days a week, live trading with you, answering your questions, walking you through things. All of our trackers and spreadsheets, we've got a trade tracker, we've got a poor man's covered call tracker, an income poor man call tracker, we've got a CCETS tracker. All of those are available. You can come in and grab those. There are hundreds and hundreds of video training lessons, pretty much almost a lesson a day out there, several courses that you can take advantage of, all included in the membership. And then there's also multiple portfolios here. So I don't want to get too salesy on you here. I think that's already salesy enough. But needless to say, go to incomenavigator.com, use the code 40OFF, 40OFF, pop that in, sign up for the membership services, and I think you're going to find it a fantastic opportunity for you to learn, to grow, to increase your knowledge. Hey, it's the end of the year. Start making some New Year's resolutions a little bit early now. And by doing that, you can actually set yourself up to be a lot more successful into the incoming year. So I want you to be successful. I want you to learn. I want you to grow. You don't have to copy trades. In fact, we encourage you to not copy any of our trades at all. I want you to learn the strategies, learn what we're doing. You can see what we're doing, create your own trade plan. We're going to help you create your own specific trade plan. Okay? Don't trade without a plan. Don't trade someone else's plan. Don't use my plan. You can use stuff that Igor is doing, that I'm doing, that Gabe is doing, that any of the other members are doing. We've got fantastic members making a lot of money, doing some really great things and strategies that I don't use. So you can pick and choose from whatever you want to do. Right? So lots of things to think about out there. But really, when you think about it, for $89 in the next 30 days, there'll be enough trades to pay for that for the next couple months. Okay, so you'll get those. But the knowledge you get lasts a lifetime and helps you build a legacy that you can pass down. All right, enough sales. Sorry about that. Let's keep moving on. Let's get into what happened in the markets today, and let's get into my couple trades on the 112 stock trades, swing trades that we have on. So let's start with the markets here. I'll get myself off the screen. You can see what's going on. Out here at ES today, pretty much just a flat day. You can see the doji symbol here. We didn't really make much of a move. A little bit down, recovered, stayed flat, a little bit up. Just a nice consolidation day. You don't want to have every day a green day, so it's nice to have some of this back and forth, especially for us theta traders. You really get to let that theta decay when we're just moving sideways to slightly higher. But as far as the ES goes, you got the 8 in blue above the 21 EMAs, which is in green here. That's bullish. You got the stock above the 21. You got the bullish PSAR signal here, the white dots. You got RSI at 58 and rising. You got MACD rising, the squeeze firing. All systems are go on ES. So we want to be putting bullish trades on right now. And I modeled out some 112s, some Strangles, some Jade Lizards today for members. So all of those are good trades right now. I think we rally into year end. I think that 7,000 mark is definitely a goal for year end. But until we get above this previous pivot point here in the middle of November, okay, we've got to get past that first. Otherwise, we're still just having a series of lower highs and lower lows. Okay. Then after that, we've got to set our sights on the October 29th high here to get to new all-time highs. I think we're going to do that before the end of the year. I like where we are. I think things are positioned well. Really quickly on oil. We've been in a massive downtrend for quite a long time. We're in this symmetrical triangle, but now we're trying to make the break to the upside. I don't think we're going to the moon. I think it's just this gyration sideways. I love oil as a strangle. We put another one on today. We just had another winner come off today. 112 trades are also working. Jade Lizards work. Anytime a strangle works, a 112 works, a Jade Lizard also works. So pick and choose your strategy there. I just put on a new 112 in oil this afternoon. All right, and then we're taking a look at gold here as well. I like this action in gold. I think it looks pretty good. And we've got this series of higher highs and higher lows in, which looks pretty good. So we've got the trend to the upside, which is great. So let's watch this trend to the upside continue. You've got solid RSI, bullish PSAR, 8 above the 21, stock above the 21, all is bullish and green. Good to go on gold. We've got several gold trades going on, but I'd be looking at anything bullish. 112 trades look fantastic in here. And then bonds have been weak here. We're trying to hold on to this white anchored VWAP that you see on the screen. We're in a descending triangle, which is not the greatest, not showing a lot of strength, but because rates are up, you got some Japan carry trade fears going on. The long end of the curve is rising a bit, which is putting some pressure on bonds. We're seeing a little bit of selling here in the after hours mix. You can see we just flipped to 5 o'clock, so they've just reopened trading. So you can see we're pushing even lower now on the session, trying to hold on to this 100-day moving average, bobbing a Bollinger Band. Bollinger Band is starting to open up. I'm not ultra bearish, but right now we're bearish. Right now, bonds are a no-go trade. I don't have any trades going on bonds. All right, let's look at a couple stocks. So what I want to outline is, hey, what are we looking for to put on this 112 trade? Right? I want a bullish stock, and I'm not looking to wheel trade necessarily. However, the 112 trade on stocks that I'm going to show you can absolutely kickstart the wheel because you're going to have naked puts anyway in the 112 trade. And essentially all the 112 trade is a naked put. Okay. We add an extra put debit spread to give us a little juice and a little bonus if we drop. Okay. If we drop a little bit or don't really move much, it gives us a little bit of an extra kick to the trade. Everyone's, oh, you're going to blow up. You know, what if it crashes? Well, what if any naked put crashes? It's just a naked put trade. It's just a ratio spread. Okay. So those that really don't understand it, easy to criticize, but then they'll go out and run the wheel. What's the same doggone thing? Okay. The 112 and the wheel are identical. They both are powered by naked puts or cash secured puts, however you want to look at those. Okay. I am just also buying a put debit spread. Okay. Why? Because I'm giving myself a little extra kick if I'm wrong. Okay. And I'm not always right on charts. Yeah, on the move. Stocks are unpredictable. I hate stocks, but there's a couple out there that I think can make some decent trades. So let's jump into those right now. Take a quick look. Amazon. Amazon rolling over a bit here doesn't look great. It's not super bullish with RSI falling. You're below the 21. The 8's below the 21. You can barely see it, but the 8 never crossed back up above the 21. So it's actually down. So it's no go. I don't have all three of the things I want to see, which is the 8 above the 21. That's my number one. Okay. A bullish PSAR, a rising RSI breaking above 50, or at least getting close to it, but rising. Those are all bullish signs. And if I can stay above the 8 moving average, I think that's a great swing trade. Okay. Right now, we don't have any of those really set up here except for the bullish PSAR. No go. Okay. NVIDIA. Same type of a scenario here on NVIDIA. We've got a rising RSI, but a falling PSAR, which could flip anytime. So we're getting close. But the 8's below the 21, stock's below the 21. So it's a no-go right now. But if we can break this trend line, either through time or the upward move, RSI is looking good. We need to just hit this, I would say by tomorrow, as long as if we could break 185, we'll flip PSAR to bullish. And we'd also break the 21. That will give me three of the four. Then I think NVIDIA might be a good opportunity trade in here. If you wanted to sell naked puts on this pullback and you like NVIDIA, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Squeeze has already started reversing. So we're starting to see momentum coming back into NVIDIA. I think this is a good naked put opportunity as well. All right, Tesla, a little too far gone, heading top of the Bollinger Band. It's not the perfect setup. The perfect setup was back here when we just started to break through these, back at about the 420 level. It's a little too far gone. I'll just pass for now. Meta, great opportunity back here. This was the opportunity, I think. Yeah, I don't want to say of a lifetime, okay, because that's a long time. But man, this far below the 200, putting in this base, if you did not load up on Meta, I think you're going to miss the boat. We had a big gap today. I like Meta here. It's still not like the worst spot to get in, but you missed it. You missed the boat at 580. It's almost 660 now. Okay? That's a huge move, 80-point move, and you had it and you didn't take it. So I'm not taking it now. Apple looks fine. It's not my thing. Don't love Apple, so I'm going to skip through that. Google, it's a little too far gone. I'd like a pullback close to the 8 moving average. It's oversold on the RSI, and the RSI is falling. I don't like it. All right, Microsoft, I don't really like anything about this thing yet, but if you like Microsoft and you can buy it near the 200-day moving average down here, maybe even putting in a double bottom, go for it. It's just not my stock. All right, Palantir. So let's go Palantir. This is going to be my number one first 112 trade. So we're going to go through this trade today. Again, I like it here when it's just starting to break above the 21 EMA, but everything's going for it, right? You got a bullish PSAR. You got a bullish RSI rising above 50. You've got the stock above the 8. The only thing we don't have is the 8, I'm sorry, above the 21, but we don't have the 8 breaking the 21 yet, but everything's powering up. We just broke above the 50. I think this is a good spot. Even if we pull back a tad, I like this opportunity. Remember this 152 level on Palantir. So 152 is kind of around the same range that we bottomed way back here in August, right? So the 152 level, something to think about. This is bullish. I like it. We're going to talk about a 112 in Palantir. Let's take a look at Hood. Same type of a setup. You got the 8 about to break the 21, the 21 about to break the 50, RSI, PSAR, all looking good. This thing's bullish. It looks good. It's not too far gone, but it is getting close to this Bollinger Band here. It might bounce, pull back a tad, and then I think we get another run. So I'd give this thing a day or two. Don't get too excited about Hood yet, but I think it's close. Netflix, I don't like anything about it. Every one of those signals is bearish. Doesn't mean you can't do it. I'm not touching it. No sense. AVGO, love this one. Okay, so Broadcom, great 112 opportunity. Again, we've just pulled back to the 21. Bullish PSAR, RSI above 50, 8 above the 21, stocks above both. on a nice pullback. And maybe if we get any more pullback tomorrow, this will be even a better setup. We've got support down here, the previous lows, somewhere around this, 330 level. So just remember that 330 level. We'll come back to that later. This would be an opportunity, I think, at this 100-day moving average around 332, the support around 330. I think those are pretty interesting levels uh, that I would be very bullish and wanting to get into Broadcom. All right, let's look at a few more. SoFi, here's another one. Okay, SoFi, great pullback. I mean, this was your opportunity just to get long and buy the daylights out of SoFi. I think this was the greatest play down in here. I'd have sold naked puts. I'd have bought leaps. I'd have loaded the boat down here. You made the run. Okay, so now you've missed it. However, it still looks decently bullish, right? The RSI rising to 55. Bullish PSAR way down here. Okay, not far from the 21 that it came back to today. It tagged it and then bounced off of it today. Now, after hours, this thing looks like it's selling off. I don't know what tomorrow's opening will be, but if it does sell off, I really will like it here. But we're going to talk about SoFi. I'm not, if it, especially if it pulls back to this 50 tomorrow, like it's looking in the after hours, we'll see. I don't know. Was there some news on this thing here? No, unveiled a stock offering to 20 minutes ago. So that's why. So it's going to sell more shares, dilute the stock. That's why it's down in after hours trading. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world, trying to raise capital. I like the company. I think tomorrow it's going to give you a deal. All right, let's keep an eye on this thing, but it's going to put it right around this uptrend line. Okay, this uptrend line goes back a long, long way. And that's exactly where you're going to fall tomorrow, right around the 50. I think we're going to have an opportunity tomorrow. Okay, uh, so look at this bottom of the Bollinger Band down here around 24 at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. That's going to be important to remember. Let's look at maybe one or two other things in here. ARM, it's getting there. It's not there yet. We'll hold off on ARM. I don't know. Oklo, I do like this one. So I like Oklo in here. Everything looks good for this thing to blast off. I posted this in Twitter last night. If you got in today, great. It looks like it might pull back a little bit tomorrow. That'll give you another opportunity. I think this one also, Oklo, could be a 1-1-2 trade. You also have down here around 70 is the 200 day. So there's a nice little level down there that might be interesting. The downtrend has been broken. It's basing out. It's starting to move. It's above the 21. I would like to see the 8 cross the 21. That would be the confirmation for me. Shop was another one. We're already in this one, but I think Shop could be another one that you could jump into now as a 1-1-2 or a swing trade. Looks like everything's going to sell off a little bit tomorrow. So I think tomorrow could be a nice day. You got the 8 about to break the 21. And then maybe around the bottom of the Bollinger Band here, or this previous low, somewhere around the 140-ish level, is something to keep an eye on there. App11 is gone too far. I won't chase it here. Hims looking better. I don't think this is a bad trade. I don't love the stock as much, but I don't think this is a bad trade in here. Maybe if we pull back tomorrow, you're going to get an opportunity. I like Bull as well. I think it's putting in a really good base. This is not going to work. This trade is not going to work on Bull. Too low of a stock. Oscar looks fantastic. I love this thing. Buy it. Not financial advice, but I want to own this thing. Okay, and then UNH continues to just be a great stock to sell naked puts on. Let's take a look to see if we can sell a 1-1-2 on it, and we'll look at somewhere around this 305 to what's the bottom Bollinger Band here? 305 to 308. Let's just throw in like 305 to 310 as a level that I would not be opposed to getting long on this thing. I still think that this thing has upside potential. I think we rocket higher. I think we can get close to 400 in the next month or two. I thought we would get there by the end of the year. We didn't. We fussed around here a bit, but it looks like it's had some additional selling. Now it's getting ready to get geared up to rock and roll. And then lastly here, strategy consolidating down here. Uh, I like it. We're having a great time with our latest income plummet covered call on strategy. And then if you know Ethereum, Bitcoin was down, Ethereum up, looking great. I like Ethereum. I'm much more bullish on it than I am on, I'm sorry, Ethereum here. I'm much more bullish on this than I am Bitcoin at this point in time. I think this could be a double bottom that's put in here. I'll be playing it using Bitmine. Okay. Again, it's just a trade. I do have this as an investment as well. I think this is an opportunity to get in here at the 200-day moving average. All right, so I've given you a lot of things to think about. We'll take a quick peek. This is going to be a long one, guys, so hang in there tonight. But I mean, this is, in my opinion, this is great stuff. So let's rock and roll through it. You don't really care about my account, but I like to share it because I'm probably the only one giving you almost daily updates on my account for years now on the internet, where everybody else doesn't really do that. All right, 597 on Delta, wins and losses. I mean, I take losses. I get wins. It is what it is. Okay, we're just trying to make some money. All right, so 597 on Delta, 0.15%, very Delta neutral. Theta is 1801, 0.45, that's great. We hit the $400,000 mark today, which is the high of the year. So just another high. So we just keep knocking out new highs. We're doing fantastic. We are up now at 8,900 bucks this month, 2.28% already in just 4 days. All right, let's get into the trades, and I'll share my account. You can see my account, all good. You can see you see where everything is. Let's get into some of these trades, and I'm going to rock through a couple of them. You'll get the point. You can go back and watch this video. I gave you 6 stocks that are potentials to run this 112 trade on. Let's get into them. So let's get into Palantir. All right, so Palantir, it met all my criteria. Okay, it's an idea. I like to go out again between 12, 17, 14 to 17 days. So we got the 15 DTE, that's fine. All right, we're going to put on a standard 112 type of a trade, which is around the 25 delta long. We're going to stick, in this case, 2.5 wide on the strikes. And then we're going to go around the 7 delta-ish, but we can move this around. You can see I've already put a trade on in here, but we're going to duplicate this trade for you here. I already did this with the members, but you're getting something that members already have. They're already in it, and this thing's actually already up on the day. All right, so let's get in. Don't want it. There you go. Sorry. All right, now here we go. Here's what this thing's going to look like right now. Let me clean it up. Okay, and take the other one off. Here's what the trade looks like right now. So with the 112, again, we're just selling naked puts. In fact, if somebody told you I was going to do the wheel on Palantir, you guys wouldn't care. As soon as I say 112, he's going to blow it up. It's going to go to 0. It's the same doggone thing, people. Okay, except I added a little bonus. Okay, everyone else is sitting out here with this naked put at 150. Okay, I added some extra juice to this thing by buying a put debit spread. So, chill out. Don't worry. We're not going to die. Okay, so things are okay. In fact, it's a 112, not a 222. All right, so here's what this trade's going to look like right now. Okay, we're going to take in 84 bucks, so an $84 credit. So we're going to take in 84 bucks using 1187. All right, let's do a little quick math. 84 bucks, okay, divided by 1187 is 7. Oh, I must have done something wrong there. $84 divided by 1187 is 7%. So this trade is going to make 7% in 15 days. Okay, size it however you want to, doesn't really matter. Okay, but I'm going to make 7% in 14 days as long as we stay above 150. Okay, now if we drop down into here, and now if we drop fast, not going to be great. Look at this T plus zero line. It's the same thing as a naked put. You're not going to love it. Okay. It's going to look uglier. And then you're either going to stop out or potentially take assignment like everybody else out there who's wheeling Palantir. Okay. And that you don't complain about. Right? And I said 152 was a support level, and I put this at 150. So I'd be happy to actually get assigned here 2 contracts of Palantir. Big deal. Okay. So 200 shares of Palantir, okay, is only going to cost me about 23 grand with a portfolio margin account. It's probably going to be about 5 grand, something like that. All right. So anyway, let's keep going. If we drop down slow, this T plus zero line is going to lift, and we could actually book in anywhere in this trap $334 on 1187. So now we're talking 30% if we fall or drift slowly down. I'm bullish into the end of the year. The markets are bullish. Okay. I can't predict what's going to happen. All I'm doing is giving myself the probability that, hey, I got a 95% probability of profit on this trade, and I'm going to make 7% in 15 days. Okay, done. Okay. All right, I'm sold. All right, there's Palantir. Let's look at AVGO, Broadcom. Do the same type of thing. Now, Broadcom's got earnings, so this one's a little funkier. I'm going to only do 8 days here, which is a little short, okay, because there's earnings on the 11th. I'm going to play the 12th. I just need to make sure that I'm out of this thing before the end of the day on the 11th. All right, I'm going to do the same thing around 25 delta. I'm going to go just the one strike wide, which is 2.5 points separate. And then we're going to go down again right around that 7 delta to 325. Does it make sense? Okay, the way I'm looking at it, does the 325 make sense? Okay, oops. This is such a frustrating platform at times to deal with. So many problems with charting, but all right. So here you go. We are going to take in $196 using $28.49 in cash. So $196 using $28.49 in buying power is 6.9%. So again, another 7%er, this time in only 8 days. If this thing only stays up here or goes higher or even falls a little bit, okay, we keep the whole $196. If we start in 8 days to drift lower and we happen to get into this trap, we can go all the way down to 325. 325 from 381 is 56 points. Okay? That's 15%. If Broadcom falls 15%, we can take shares of it at 325. I don't think that's a bad spot. And what did I say the support was? Well, it was 330. So we're below the support. The setup is great. Okay? If you even want to go to that 330, okay, you could do that too. Okay? And make even more money on this thing. All right? So either way, this thing works. Again, if you get assigned, you can wheel, or we can turn it into a leap. We can turn it into an income poor man covered call. There are so many options. I call it the Leap's Launchpad. Is I put on trades where if I get assigned, I close out the shares immediately that I get assigned on, and I buy the leaps immediately, which saves me a ton of capital, gives me great leverage, and allows me to then write covered calls, or I can do in the money covered calls and turn this into an income poor man covered call trade as well. So many options. All starts with the 112, which, yeah, could you do just a naked put? Why not? You just do a naked put, Tom. Okay, and you can make, money. Well, yeah, but I could also make way more money if I'm even a little bit wrong and I get the bonus here. If not, I'm still making 7%. Okay, so I'm fine. 7% in 8 days is a good thing, people. All right, let's do just one more till you guys get this thing. SoFi, we're going to go out 15 days. I don't know if this one's going to work, so let's take a look at SoFi. Let's see. We're going to do the 25 delta put debit spread. This is only a half a point wide. We're going to go down to 22. We're going to sell 2 of those naked puts. And again, selling naked puts is fine. Okay. Half the internet is people selling naked puts. Okay. You guys just have a stroke when I do it. All right. So And this one, we're taking in $16 using 141 in margin. Oops, just slid my mouse off the screen. Got too excited on this one. 16 bucks, okay, using $141 in margin is 11%. If this thing stays above 22, we make 11%. If it dips a bit, anywhere down to here, we could make 5 times that amount. We could make 50% on SoFi doing this. Okay. Pick the amount of shares you want. I don't care. You want to bet, you want to use like $1,000 bucks. Okay. If you have a small account, there's $1,000 in BP. Well, it'd probably be a little bit more if you're using Reg T, but I can make 112 bucks on this. It's more than, again, it's 11%. It's a fantastic opportunity to put this trade on. Okay. And we only have to wait 15 days, and we just need a stock to hold above here, which again is every naked put trade on planet Earth. Except I gave us a little bit of a bonus here. Okay. I gave up a little profit from a standard naked put to give me a little bit of a bonus if we do pull back, which I'm okay with because my return is still phenomenal. Right? I haven't looked at a lot of, at Oklo at all. Shop, we already have one on. I'm going to do one on UNH because I haven't done this one before. And I'd like to see how it plans out. We'll go to 15 days. We'll go to, well, let's do the 26 uh, delta. That may or may not work. I don't know. We're going to sell the 300 to make us a 112, and this thing sets up perfectly. Great. All right, here we go. So here's the UNH 112. Does this work as well? Well, I don't know. Let's see. The 300 put, remember I said 305 to 310 was the support area that I wanted to stick around in. Okay, that was the November lows and the bottom of the Bollinger Band, or below the bottom of the Bollinger Band. So that was the October lows. So this puts me 5 to 10 points below the October lows. I would take assignment in a heartbeat on UNH at 300. If we go up here, we're going to make 118 bucks in the tail, no matter what happens. Okay. If we fall at all into this trap, and again, we don't go there tomorrow, but if you're not worried about assignment here, because you could wheel it and you like the stock, then what do you care if it goes down and starts taking a loss because you're okay with assignment. But what if it just hangs out in here? You make 368 bucks, which is over 10%. But if it stays up in the tail here, we make $118 on 37.26. Ooh, geez, I made a mistake on that. 118 bucks on 37.28 is 3%. Okay. It's not as great as the other ones, but you're still making 3% in 15 days. I don't know too many people making 3% every 2 weeks on a consistent basis on a stock that's great. That if we fall 33%, I'm sorry, 10%, if we fall 10%, we get to own it at a discount on a stock that I really love. So I love this trade. I'd do this trade as well. And then size them appropriately. So figure out what works for you. I hope this makes sense. These are some of the things that we put together in our lab in the Discord. I'd love to have you guys join us. Sorry, this is a little bit longer than normal today, but I think it's great education. You may not like it, but I think it's great stuff. If you like it, give the thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. And if you're not a member of the Discord community, okay, use the code 40OFF. Go to incomenavigator.com. Sign up today. We'll see you there. Just the intro materials alone are worth the price of admissions. Okay, all the trackers, the spreadsheets, the courses, the handouts, so much great stuff. Hope to see you guys there. Have a great evening. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.